Good afternoon. My name is Marie Gladue, and I'd like to introduce myself by saying that I am from the Edgewater clan, and I am born for the Minigoat clan. And I am originally from an area called Big Mountain, which is in the Black Mesa region of northern Arizona. And I am in the Sustainable Communities program, which is here at the Northern Arizona University. And the title of my presentation is Re-indigenizing the Sacred Homescape of Daneta. Like this slide here, this is a broken landscape in the Black Mesa region. And this is much like my own community, which I defined as a broken community. The Black Mesa region has been an interest for coal mining and water pumping to feed much of the Southwest, which is what made the cities like Phoenix and Las Vegas grow. This is where they get their electricity, and this is how they get their water. My community should have been wealthy from this mining interests, but we are not. So my question of how do we create sustainable communities began from there, by looking at my own immediate community to answer that question. And for inspiration, I looked at my 96-year-old mother, who told me sacred landscape is alive and it has much to teach us. As a result, I began researching, and I began listening to stories, participating in ceremonies to learn about the sacred landscape that is outlined by the 4 sacred mountains of Daneta. And what I found is that there was a planning element embedded in the sacred landscape. And when I looked more into it, what I realized is in Western planning, there are 3 planning pillars, which is the social, the economic, and the environment. In our planning pillars of Daneta, what is most important, and the first planning pillar is the spiritual pillar, represented by the east. Economic, represented by the the South Mountain. Social, represented by the San Francisco peaks. And the last mountain is represented by the environment. So in my planning thesis, I call it the 6th directional planning. And the 5th direction is basically Black Mesa, which is representative of the female mountain, and the male mountain, which is represented by the Cheska Mountains. So in my thesis writing journey on a personal level, and trying to figure out how to write my thesis, what I did come out by following this, I call it my journeys around this landscape to each pillar. In writing my thesis, what I came out with is that I told my story of my community. I researched Western knowledge as well as indigenous knowledge, and I retold the story. So for me, what this amounted to was healing. When I say broken communities, this is where we must begin, is our action of healing. And on a larger scale, to my own people, to the Daneta people, what I found is that we have to relearn our natural laws. We have to, okay.